So KSI is back in the news and he is getting worked by everyone on the internet. It's crazy because I guess he's trying to pursue like a boxing career. You know, I know he hangs out with the Paul brothers a lot and I know they have a heavy influence on him. And, you know, that's probably what's influencing a lot of his decisions nowadays. But a boxing career, I don't know, man. The Paul brothers, they slip through the cracks. You might have to go through the full cycle of boxing, man. But we'll see. We're gonna react to this KSI just hit a new low video. And you guys, before we jump into it, make sure you drop a like on this video and also subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. I mean, tremendously. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's see what KSI is up to nowadays.
Well, it looks like KSI is getting cooked by the internet again. Apparently, this guy just can't seem to stay out of drama. So this is like a three-stage story. So first off, we all know that he's been hyping up his legendary boxing skills for years now. Apparently, he's really reached another level, right? The way he describes it, you would think he's literally Goku and he's gone Super Saiyan. And the thing is, he would always make fun of Jake Paul for choosing opponents that pose no challenge, like fighting an old man or fighting, you know, Mike Tyson when he's way past his prime. And he made fun of all the previous fights too. Oh, these people are MMA fighters. Oh, they're older people, etc., etc., which is fair. You know, Jake Paul is a clown. But you would think KSI wouldn't be a massive hypocrite and he would actually pick a young, serious opponent. But he ended up choosing 44-year-old retired footballer Wayne Bridge. So his fans started calling him out for being a hypocrite, man. But that was only the first domino. So whatever, he wants an easy fight. He's been shaking off his so-called ring rust for years now. He's been warming up for half a decade, still ducking Jake Paul, the only fight anyone wants to see. But after that, things went a little bit crazy. He did a bit of trash talk on stage, and he tried to humiliate his opponent, Wayne Bridge. But the thing is, he went a little too personal with his comments involving Wayne's ex, Vanessa, for no reason. Apparently, there was a cheating scandal with John Terry, who was Wayne's footballer teammate, right? And this was like a situation from 2009, I think, and KSI brought this up like today. Now, trash talk is nothing new, but it gets even crazier because this Wayne guy actually has kids who look up to KSI. Like, they're actually fans of him, and KSI knew this, right? So that just made it really sad from the perspective of the kids because your idol, the guy you look up to, is shitting on your dad for a cheating scandal that he was the victim of, it seems, and this said scandal happened apparently a decade and a half ago. That compounded with the fact that KSI basically mind controls every child in the UK and is apparently a huge big deal there. They were likely to get bullied in school because of this whole situation and this going like mainstream. Yeah, this is KSI, full-grown 30-year-old man doing the shit, so everybody has turned on KSI and they're just clowning the heck out of him. And if it couldn't get worse for KSI, it leads to the third domino. Wayne actually pulls out of the fight after hearing those comments because he was there to box, right? He wasn't prepared to handle deep personal, emotional drama from his life, and he definitely did not want his kids to get made fun of in school or something like that. So he ended up putting out a message, pulling out of the fight and giving his reasons why. And normally, whenever somebody pulls out of a fight, everybody just dunks on them for being cowards and being like losers or whatever.
You know, I think that was a good thing for him to jump out of that fight. I think the problem with these streamers and YouTubers trying to get into boxing, for one, you're trying to fight somebody that's like 14 years older than you or 10 years older than you that is a soccer player. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, come on. Let's be real. Now, another thing is that you guys, like, just for the hype, you have to take it so personal. Like, you have to go so deep into someone's life, past history, and dig up so many skeletons and pull them out the closet. It's crazy. Like, some people just don't want to be mixed in with that. Like, you know, if we're going to go for a nice little sparring match, we're going to make a bag off of it, let's do it. But if you're going to start disrespecting me to the point of like affecting my children, I don't even want the bag no more. I just don't want anything to do with you. Now, not only did you lose the fight, you lost a bag and you lost possibly popularity game because you didn't get the fight. KSI, it was a bad move, man. You shouldn't have done that. You should have just kept it kosher, went through with the fight because he was okay with doing it. But once you went for a low blow, it was over with. And you're obviously scared to fight someone that's in your bracket at your age. everyone wants to go for the old guys. Go for someone in your bracket, in your age, and I would love to see that fight.
Whatever. But this is the one time where everybody was on Wayne's side, and KSI is just getting absolutely eviscerated. So KSI did all of this smack talk, then took this 44-year-old retired footballer to fight as an easy opponent, and then he didn't even get to box him, but he still got the absolute loss of respect from the public. So I don't know, man. I'm starting to feel bad. This guy just takes L's after L's. But again, he is best buddies with Logan, which is probably the first domino that started ruining his life. Shout out to Kavos for making me aware of this situation. But let's just start with this tweet. Wayne Bridges pulled out of the KSI fight over his comments during their face-off. What was said on Saturday crossed a line. These are deeply personal comments that affect mine and other families.
Wayne Bridge. Aren't you the guy that let John Terry smash your ex?
Oh, you want to go there straight away, dear?
I'm pretty sure that's what you're known for.
Okay, you go there.
Vanessa, whoa! Vanessa, whoa!
29th, you'll find out.
She jumped on Terry's dick. It made
You'll find out.
big boy feel sick. Vanessa, whoa!
Yeah, he crossed the line, man. You could tell. You could look in the football player's face, and you could just tell that he definitely was disgusted by the whole situation in front of all those people. I mean, it probably already got blasphemed all over the news, the headlines when it actually happened, but actually bringing it back up fucking 13 years later, it's just terrible work, man. That's just not good, man. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting, bro. And he actually said it. He's like, man, you're gonna go there right away. It's disgusting.
Vanessa, whoa! You really want this?
You wanted it, mate. You can get it.
All right, then let's do it.
It's on it.
Let's do it, bro. Yeah, you felt that, huh? Yeah, I'm ready, bro. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, so the general consensus was that KSI seems like a immature dickhead in this clip. You can tell Wayne is just not having it. He has to sort of not freak out on stage, but immediately following that, he does end up actually leaving the fight, leaving KSI with essentially nothing here. And I don't really blame Wayne for this because he probably wasn't prepared for this kind of whole situation to happen, and, you know, his family brought up as well. Now, the thing is, this is fighting and this is boxing and shit like that, and there will be trash talk a lot of the time. There were like instances of this in the past where, you know, Dylan Dennis would make fun of Logan Paul's fiance and stuff like that. But it was a little bit different when you know the person's kids are fans of yours. And also, like, there's a lot of different context here. Everybody doesn't like Logan Paul, but they still thought that was questionable as well. So there's a lot of dynamics in this, whether you think this is okay to do or not. Personally, I'd say just stick to the fighting, man. You don't need to bring up a situation from over 1.5 decades ago about, like, if he was the cheater, I get it, but this was an instance of his wife having an affair with his teammate footballer. So, like, why are you, like, dogging on a guy who got done dirty? Now, as usual, whenever I make one of these videos, they're gonna be those comments. There's gonna be the KSI meat writers, right? The absolute strongest force in the galaxy binds them to KSI's schlong, all right? They are inseparable. And funny. Essentially, they're always, like, their go-to thing is either one of two things. One is, KSI is just stupid. He just doesn't understand. He's a massive man, baby. To which I say, well, I don't know how that's much of a defense or whatever. So the first defense is, hey guys, he's just stupid, but he's my lovable stupid guy, guys. So he's excused from any accountability here. Or the second excuse, the act excuse, the mastermind genius. So they can't actually decide, is he stupid or an actual mastermind?
You've started your business and it's time to register for a trademark, but where do you begin?
So apparently, KSI has this thing, he calls it a persona or an act or whatever. Like, he's just the nightmare, right? He's just trying to get under.
You know, I hate people like that. I hate when people act like they're just the worst thing, the boogeyman. The worst thing that you've ever seen is in my human form. It just despises me. I really don't like it. I think it's like you're hiding something. Something is being shadowed with the scariness, you know? And another question, guys, maybe you can let me know in the comments. Why does KSI always have like a rag on his forehead or like a do-rag or something covering his forehead. Is there something going on under there that everybody doesn't know? Am I missing the point? I mean, I don't pay attention to KSI at all, but I just noticed he's on these major talk shows with a do-rag on his head.
Your skin. He's purposely trying to be a bad guy, which, yes, I mean, I can see he's trying to do that, but also, does that, like, are you allowed to separate yourself into two halves? Like, imagine any time I did a mistake or did anything bad, I would just be like, this is just my alter ego mega sus. Like, anything bad I've ever done, mega sus did it. But Pegasus, he's actually just a good guy, right? So I don't know how that works, man. You can't just have it both ways. I mean, persona or not, or act or not, you're still being an absolute dickhead, and you're still talking about his actual ex, and his kids are actually still going to be affected by this. Now, again, there's two camps here. Some people just think like this is part of boxing. This is how it should be. The 10 to 12-year-olds in KSI's fan base are just laughing at this, find it hilarious. Like, ha ha ha, you got cheated on a decade ago. Oh, your ex cheated on you with their teammate. You suck. I can't believe that happened. But then every mature adult just looks at that and thinks like, okay, that's kind of a low blow. What a shitty thing to bring up, especially when his kids are like super fans of you. I don't know, completely unnecessary. So I don't know, just a scummy move, but here's what Wayne said about it. So here we have the full statement by Wayne of him pulling out of the fight. I'm sure a lot of you have seen what happened on Saturday night at the Misfits boxing event. Firstly, I think it's important that I explain my reason for accepting the fight. I always like to challenge myself. This felt like a good opportunity to go up against an interesting opponent on a big stage. Okay, on Wayne's end, I don't think it's actually embarrassing at all because he's like 44. He's an like retired footballer, and he's taking on like the hot and new upcoming talent KSI, who's like dedicating his life to boxing at the moment. So this is like, if he wins, it would be an insane upset or whatever. So it's not embarrassing for Wayne at all. It is embarrassing for KSI, the guy who's constantly making fun of Jake Paul for fighting people above the age of like 40, and then he goes and does it himself. I've always loved boxing as part of my everyday training routine. I was fully prepared to train hard and have some fun. Of course, I expected to face some criticism, but I feel like what was said on Saturday crossed a line. These are deeply personal comments that affect mine and other families involved in the situation. I'm a family man first, and my priority is protecting them. These words would never ever be uttered by KSI. This guy's the absolute opposite of people like KSI and Logan completely. Like, KSI will have all this family drama on the internet, just openly beefing with his brother on the internet for like 2 straight years and shit like that. But yeah, anyways, I can definitely respect this, and this is definitely what a good sort of father would do. You know, they wouldn't want drama for their family at all. My opponent is someone that many children look up to around the world, including my kids. I hope one day he will look back on this differently. I personally don't want to be involved in these exchanges. That is just so sad, man. Imagine what happens when the kids see this. When they see that.
He's protecting his kids, man. You got to do that. Like, you have to do that. And like they said earlier in the video, it's, you know, your kids, you don't want your kids going to school. Now kids are talking about, oh, your dad, he cheated. Your dad's cheating. Oh, this, your dad's teammate and this and that. You don't want your kids dealing with that, man. That's bad, man. And KSI, you just crossed the line, bro. You did something that you shouldn't have done, and it honestly, it may have hurt your reputation a little bit, not too much. It's not the mainframe, but doing something like that, it just loses respect, man to man. Regardless of reputation, fame, money, man to man, if you lose respect, you have nothing at all left.
Clip of KSI just trashing on their dad. I will no longer be fighting on 29th March. I'm still looking out for my next big challenge and have some exciting things coming up in 2025. And this is like massive for this guy because, getting a fight with KSI is a huge thing, all right? It's a huge deal. You're going to make millions of dollars. And he actually chose family over that, which is very respectful. But also, I imagine he's rich or something because, ex-footballer or whatever. Thanks for all the love. The support has been overwhelming. I want my friends and family to know how special they are. Deep down, I know this is the right thing to do. This is an absolute doubly move from Wayne here. Like, he was just there to challenge himself. He was literally a footballer who did boxing on the side, right? That was like part of his training routine or whatever. He wanted to try out something new that now that he's retired, try out boxing like for real on an actual stage and stuff. So he was not actually here for cringe family comment. It's just so stupid that everybody that interacts with KSI just has to be paranoid that this guy will dig up something from more than a decade ago and use it to humiliate him in front of everybody and affect his family's life as well. And why did KSI do this? Just to drum up more drama for a fight. Like, was it really necessary
No,
to get
it was
people
not.
interested? Like, if you need to do this dumb shit to get sales for your stupid fight, then maybe your opponent needs to change. Like, if you need to pull off these stunts, like, why don't you just fight Jake Paul? You wouldn't need to do this performative bullshit to get sales, because people are already interested in that. Like, I don't like KSI at all, but I would definitely watch KSI versus Jake, okay? That is like something people have been anticipating for a very long time, and everybody's hoping for a lovely double knockout. It's just sad. I feel bad for Wayne, but he definitely made the right move. If you're truly a family man, you will protect your family over everything else and money and shit like that, and you will not bother with clowns like KSI.
Right. I just said that same thing. That's exactly what you would do. If you're a family man, which I am, I'm a father of two. I'm going to protect my two mermaids to my last breath. And even if that means losing out on money, even if that means losing out on popularity, fame, I'm going to protect my family first before anything else. KSI, I think this was a really low blow move. I think you could have did better than this. You could have treated this differently. You know, of course you have to bring hype to a fight or no one will watch it. But come on, you're KSI. You're still going to have watchers. You're still going to have viewership on the fight. You know, you don't have to cut so deep to get viewership. But, you know, a lot of these people sell their soul for $100. You guys, let me know in the comments. What do you think? You think KSI went too far? And also, YouTube has picked a video just for you to watch next. Sit back and enjoy it. Till next time, I'll see you in the next one.